friends, it's Mandy from Mandy Jean Chic, a very barefaced Mandy from Mandy Jean Chic. It is about 900 degrees outside and I just didn't feel like wearing makeup today, but I wanted to film videos, so I decided that filming videos is more important than putting makeup on. Aside from the business of our shop, Brett and I, yesterday, which was Saturday, went to just did like some errands and stuff. And then I decided that I wanted to go to a few antique stores because I was looking for some very specific things. Kind of found them-ish. They'll work. I'm still on the hunt for certain things that I want. But we had a lot of fun. Well, I had a lot of fun. Brett was like miserable by the end of it because he is allergic to everything. And when we go to antique stores, his allergies just go like insane, but he's a trooper. He went with me. We went to my favorite antique store, which is, well, I don't want to say it's like my favorite antique store, but it's like an antique mall, and there's a lot of vendors in there. Didn't really see a ton of stuff that I liked, that I was specifically looking for. Found a lot of furniture I liked, but I was told that if I brought home any more furniture, I would live on the street with my furniture. So because our house is pretty full of furniture right now. But I did, like, there's one booth in that antique mall that is like, thought my car alarm was going off. There's one booth in that antique mall that's like my favorite booth ever, and he has like a lot of military history stuff. He's the one that I bought the B-17 bomber oxygen tank from, and a bunch of other like historically, well, I guess military history stuff. But I didn't really find anything in his booth either, and I love his booth, so. But I did find a couple things. I'm specifically looking for like really interesting vintage books that are damaged, that, you know, no one can really read them anyways, that they don't have any type of value to them, meaning like it's like the first edition of like Little Women or something, you know? So my favorite antique stores to hit in Albuquerque are the ones that are on 4th Street. So if you're in Albuquerque, the Antique Mile is like my favorite mile ever. But my favorite antique stores on that are found on 4th, A Few Old Things, which is Javier and Rosie, who are like two of my favorite people ever. The Antique Co-op, and then the Antique Mall, which is on, I can't remember the cross street, but it's on 4th Street. It's right next to like a furniture store and stuff. I always find cool stuff when I hit those shops, and they're kind of like my go-to shops. I know there's like a ton more in Albuquerque, and there's some more in New Mexico, but those are like the 4 that I hit quite a bit. Found on 4th is a newer shop to me, and I'm kind of obsessed with it, and I'll show you the stuff that I bought from there because funny thing happened. So we go to like all the antique stores that I wanted to, except for Found on 4th. And I said to Brett, I was like, man, I really thought I was going to find cool stuff today. Like, I had the feels. And I was really bummed that I didn't really find anything that was just like, that was really awesome. Now, you're going to see this stuff and you're like, you found some cool stuff, which I did, but I'm used to like this like warm and fuzzy feeling when I'm done antiquing. I didn't have that. So we were driving by and I was like, what's that store? And it said Found on 4th. So, and it said artisan goods and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, it's my kind of shop. So we stopped. That store was awesome. Even Brett thought the store was awesome. So I'll show you guys what I bought from there. After I left that store, I had the feels. So the first thing I got was at the antique mall. This was the only thing I got. I got 2 bingo cards. I don't know what to do with them. Like, I can't find them right now. So I got 2 vintage bingo cards. But I got this bag of vintage liquor advertisements. And what it is, I paid $10, but it was like 25% off. I try to tell you guys like how much I pay for this stuff. So if you guys feel inspired to go antiquing, you're like, okay, well that's something similar to what Mandy got, and she didn't pay $80 for it. But this just has like an assortment of old liquor advertisements. Like this is for Bacardi, rum drinks, Ron Rico, whiskey. You guys know me, I like my whiskey. Sparkling hospitality, continental drinks and cooking. And they're just like old advertisements. But here is professional mixing guide. That's kind of cool. This is neat. It's like a little bottle shaped. Trying to like balance this all on my leg because I don't have a table in front of me. And on the inside is drinks that you can make. Oh, there's my bingo cards. I put them in this bag. I looked for them for like 20 minutes before I filmed this video. More drinks. Just like some ephemera. Flavored drink brands. Plain and fancy. History of liqueur. And then my bingo cards that I forgot were in here. We have a little mini bar in our house, which if you guys watched my vlog when we got the bar, I thought it would be cool to make, this is how my mind works, to make a junk journal, but like a mixing drunk journal. Make a drunk journal. That's what I'm gonna make. Okay, I'm gonna have to call it that now. I'm gonna have to call it a drunk journal. What I was trying to say was I thought it would be cool to make a junk journal with like drink mixes in it. So I was looking for stuff that I could use, which I happened to stumble on that, which was like gold mine, to make a, we're just gonna call it a drunk journal. To make a drunk journal. Of course I would do that. Honestly, like, I rarely ever drink, ever. Like, maybe like 2-3 times a year. And I am like the type of person, like, I'll be a social drinker, but I'll probably just like hold the drink most of the time and sip on it, and then I'll complain that if I put ice cubes in it that it tastes watered down. Yeah, I'm that girl. But I just thought it'd be kind of cool to have something like that with our bar, and can't believe I just called it a drunk journal, really. The next few things that I got are from the Antique Co-op. I got 3 books and 2 vintage pattern pieces. Now, these are cool. I originally was going to use them for a junk journal, not a drunk journal, because I really liked the envelope that it came in. And I'm trying to see if I can find a date on these. I don't know too much about them. It says about pattern orders from Fashion Service from New York. When you order more than one pattern, we try to fill the complete order. It may happen. We're going to stop. Okay, blah, 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 blah. It's just a vintage, actually it's probably an antique, child's pattern. And I don't know too much about these. Like, I'm going to do some research on them and find out like exactly like how you got these. Like if you had a catalog or you ordered them through like a magazine or whatnot, because that's my thing with finding cool stuff like this. I don't do anything with it until I find out more information about it. This one says Weekly Star Farmer Georgette Pattern Fashion Bureau, Kansas City, Missouri. It says 150 other style order a copy of the, for 150 other styles, order a copy of the Book of Fashion published January and August of each year. So I'm wondering if it's like a big pattern book and then you could like order the patterns out of it. But this is what it looks like. And again, this looks like it is a, is it for, yeah, it's a little girl's dress. So that's what the pattern makes. So again, I'm going to find out some more information about this done in the art journals. If for some reason it is something that is very sought after or, you know, wanted or whatnot, I would just make like copies of it on my printer and use that for art journaling rather than using the originals. But I did think this was very, very, very stinking cool. So I got those. Those were $3 a piece. Now, the 3 books that I got are for making some junk journals. This one, I wanted to make a junk journal, which, if you guys aren't familiar with junk journals are, basically junk journals are journals that you make that have hand-stitched, sometimes, inserts in them that you can use for journaling. They normally are, like, when you're using up your scraps and stuff like that. Really cool concept. I've always wanted to do some, and I decided that I wanted to. Well, I wanted to do one. I really need to get this table back in front of me because I keep dropping things. So I got this book called Voyage to Santa Fe. I don't know much about it. I don't know anything about this book. Again, I'm not going to do anything with it until I find out more about it. The reason why I got this is I thought the cover would be perfect for a junk journal. And then on the sides, on the inside I had this awesome map. This was $6.50, but I just thought that the, printed in 1962. So I'm going to see like what it is and things like that. But that was my intention, was to buy it for a junk journal. We'll see. You know, I don't like cutting up good books. I'm very against that, especially older books. So I'm going to do my research first to make sure that if I did use this what I wanted it for, it would be okay. I wouldn't like be destroying something. The jacket has definitely seen better days though. But it's by Janice Holtz Giles. The voyage to Santa Fe is not only a journey in time and distance, but Judith Fowler's voyage into her own heart and mind. Judith and Johnny had been married less than a year in the spring of 1823. They started their long journey across the plains of the Arkansas Territory to Santa Fe, the journey that would be a test of their marriage. I can kind of tell that this isn't going to be the kind of book that I want to read. I don't like books like this. Like, I don't like love stories and things. Now, I wanted to make a cooking junk journal because I'm telling you, I'm on this whole junk journal kick now. And I found this really cool book. This is The All-New Portal to Good Cooking, and I loved the cover. So I thought that this would be fun. This is $3.50. I thought this would be like a really fun book, printed in 1972, so it's not too old. It'd be a really fun book to use the cover on, and then go through and like keep the recipes that I think I would like, because I can guarantee like I'm not gonna eat like a blender anchovy dressing. No, ma'am. Now the other thing I got is something that's really, really, really cool to me. I grew up in a really small town in Michigan. Most of you guys know that, but if you don't, I grew up in a really small town in Michigan, and it was a very tight-knit community. Every year around farmers picnic time, yes, I said farmers picnic time, they would, like, all the ladies would get together and like print a recipe book, and they would sell it, and then that would fund like whatever, like, you normally it was like the Lions Club is what would do it, would fund whatever venture they were going after. So I would, like, my family would always buy the recipe books. We'd buy like 2, 3, 4 of them. One, because we had a restaurant, and 2, to support the community. Well, I wish, like, with all of my might, I could get my hands on these cookbooks again, because a lot of people that I loved growing up that have now passed away had recipes in these cookbooks. So I wish so bad like I could find some of these cookbooks, because they would mean so much to me, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So I've been on a mission to find similar cookbooks like this, and ours always were blue covers, I remember that, and they had the same like spine, this thing here, and they were always printed like typed up just like this, and they would sell them. So I bought this one, that's 1969 Campus Favorites Los Angeles Valley College Official Cookbook, and I loved the cover. Again, like, this is $1.50 by the way. I don't know how or what I'm going to do with this yet. I don't know if I'm going to end up like pulling the recipes out that I like and using the rest as like for other journals, or if I'm just going to keep it intact and treasure it. I haven't decided yet. The last store that I visited was Found on 4th, and this was a new store to me. Walked into like the first 2 rooms, and I was like, this looks kind of cool. It wasn't exactly my style, like it was a little bit, when you first walk in, it was just very, I don't want to say French country, but kind of French country-ish, if that makes sense. But it was just something like I wasn't really looking for. So then Brett actually walks into this room, and he's standing in the door, and he's like, you can't go in here. And I'm like, why? It's all paper goods. I was like, yeah, this is my room. So I found everything that I got in that room. He actually found something too. He found a desk calendar that's really cool. So let me grab the stuff so I can show you what I got. I got a lot of stuff. I spent $50 there, $55, and that includes Brett's his desk calendar too. So first thing I got was this roll, which is a pretty decent sized roll of wrapping paper that has like different vegetables on there. Again, for my junk journal. And even other paper crafts. And it's almost like a thicker deli paper. It's not tissue paper, but it's not craft paper. So it's like a thicker deli paper. This was $3.50. The next one I got, which is one that I think is so cool, same thing. It's kind of like a wrapping paper. This one has like a glossy finish to it. But again, it says, foodies are the best people, eat more greens. eat, drink, and be amazing. So I thought this would be really cool in some art journals and some junk journals. And it has mason jars on it, which I love mason jars. Again, $3.50, and it's like a decent sized roll too. So totally worth it. Now, they did have some printed paper, which I was like, yes. I got, this sheet was I think $2.50. No. $4.50. Okay, I didn't know that. And it's from Paper Source. I didn't know this was Paper Source paper. But it has like succulents on it. This one is not as much paper as what I thought. But they have a ton of them, so I'm not worried. Like if I use it up, I can go get more. So that was $4.50. And then this little gem was $2.50, I think. Really pretty printed pattern. I don't know, like it says that this is like a hand printed pattern, but I don't know about that. I mean, it's not a giant, oops, it's not like a giant sheet of paper, but it's definitely, it's enough to do a project with. So, and it wasn't expensive. So I was happy on that. So those are the things I got, the paper things. Now I did get a few extra little goodies that I thought were really cool. I got 3 vintage stamps that I had to have. I think they were $1 a piece, if I remember right. But this first one says Spud. And what I might do in this video is I might stamp it and show you guys the actual stamp, because you're not going to be able to see it on my camera. But it's this little guy wearing a hat. So I just think it's really cool. So I'm going to stamp it and then I'll include a picture here of what it looks like. The next one I got is called Smitty. And it's this like 50s, reminds me of like John Travolta from Grease. And the last one is probably my favorite one. Just because I am such a history fan. Like, world's biggest history nerd right here, this girl. It's called Daddy Warbucks. And it is a guy sitting in like a chair wearing a suit. And so I got those. Now that those were stinking cool. And I got 2 more things. I got this bundle of vintage envelopes for $2. And they just say flight, date, name, or mark. I don't know what they are, but they're just little like pocket like envelopes. For leaving sweet notes when you fly. I thought that was cool. I've used them in some of my art journals. Now the other thing, the last thing I got is this vintage checkbook. I paid $4.50 for this. Oh, these were $2. And this is what the vintage checkbook looks like. Just checks. And it says the Ohlone Springs State Bank, Ohlone, thanks, know it, Springs, Colorado, 19, blah, blah, blah. This is before they had like account numbers and everything on checks. So, and it's like folded in half, and it has like this cover on it. So I thought this would be really cool in some journals too. So I got that, and again, it was $4.50. I just thought it was cool. Like, I love stuff like this. Like, I don't have a plan for it right now, but it's like when I do, I've got the stuff for it. So that was my little mini haul from the antique stores here in Albuquerque. I hope you enjoyed my video on it. I'm going to try to do more of these little hauls because I do find some really cool stuff, but it's just a matter of, you know, things slowing down fast enough where I can actually sit down in front of the camera. So I hope you guys have a fantastic Sunday. This should go up on Sunday. If not, it'll go up on Monday. So I hope you guys had an awesome Sunday. But I hope you guys have an awesome weekend and have an awesome week. I will, let me know, train of thought gone. Like, if you guys have any cool ideas from the stuff that I got, let me know, because I would love to, like, you know how when somebody's like, oh, those checks would be good and like XYZ? Well, let me know what XYZ is, because I think that'd be cool. I will also, on some of these books and stuff that I got that are vintage, I'm going to post on my blog, more I'm going to get back to blogging now, any type of stuff that I find that's about these. So if you're interested in something or you know something about these, send me an email, mandyjeanchic@gmail.com. I would love to like learn more about this stuff. That's part of the cool thing about antiquing to me, is learning about the stuff. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye!